What would you do if your car suddenly died tomorrow? Or if you lost your job next month? Or if some random medical bill slapped you in the face for $3,000? Most people, they'd panic, pull out the credit card, and cry while watching the interest pile up. But not you, if you actually build what I'm about to talk about. So today we're talking about one of the most important yet most ignored things in personal finance, the emergency fund. And before you roll your eyes and say, yeah,
I've heard this before.
let me hit you with the truth. Most Americans don't have one, like actually zero. And the ones who think they have one, it's usually sitting in their checking account mixed with rent money and DoorDash orders. So yeah, you're probably doing it wrong. Don't worry, a lot of us were too. Let's fix that.
FBI, open up!
So, what the hell is an emergency fund? It's not vacation money. It's not my friend is getting married and I need a gift money. An emergency fund is cold hard cash that sits there doing almost nothing, waiting for life to punch you in the mouth. Think of it as your financial airbag. When shit hits the fan, and trust me, it always does, this money saves you from crashing into debt, stress, and sleepless nights. Last year, a guy I know had his laptop die right before a huge work deadline. No emergency fund. He put it on a credit card at 24% interest. 3 months later, he was still paying it off and complaining about the interest. If he had even $800 sitting there, he would have just bought a new one. That's the power of it. And here's the funny part. A lot of people watching this are thinking, I'll start when I make more money. Bro, that's like saying you'll wear a seatbelt only after you get in a car accident. Doesn't work that way. You build the emergency fund before the emergency happens. That's the whole point. 2026 is not playing nice. Prices are still high. Jobs feel shaky. Medical bills, car repairs, surprise rent increases. Over 60% of Americans can't cover a 1,000 emergency without borrowing money. That's actually crazy when you think about it. And the worst excuse I hear, I have a credit card, I'm good. No, you're not good. You're just delaying the pain and paying extra for it later with interest. An emergency fund protects 3 big things. First, your mental health. Nothing kills your sleep like knowing one bad week can destroy your finances. Second, your future progress. Without it, every emergency resets you back to zero. You can't invest, you can't save for a house, nothing. Third, your freedom. When you have that cushion, you can say no to a terrible job or take a smart risk without panicking. When I finally built my first real emergency fund, it felt boring as hell. Money just sitting there earning almost nothing. But the first time I actually needed it, that peace of mind hit different. Worth way more than the tiny bit of interest you're missing by not throwing it in the stock market. Here comes the part where everyone gets confused or overwhelmed. The classic advice is 3 to 6 months of expenses. But let's make it real for normal people in 2026. Single with no kids and a pretty stable job. Start aiming for 3 months. Got a family, freelance income, or work in a risky field. Go for 6 months, or even more. But here's the truth most finance gurus won't say loud enough. Don't try to save 6 months tomorrow if you're starting from zero. That's how people quit and feel like failures. Start stupid small. If you have nothing right now, aim for 500 or 1,000 cash first. That alone already puts you ahead of most people's. Once you hit that, celebrate a little, then build toward 3 months. After that, decide if 6 makes sense for your situation. Calculate your real monthly essentials. Rent, groceries, bills, transportation, minimum debt payments. Don't include eating out subscriptions or fun stuff. Those aren't emergencies. I messed this up early on. I calculated like I lived like a monk, then reality hit and I was short. So where should you keep your emergency fund? This part matters more than people think. Your emergency fund needs to be safe and easy to access in 1-2 days max. Best places like high yield savings account, money market account, a completely separate checking account, or graveyard. Whatever you do, just don't keep it in your everyday checking account. That money will vanish faster than free snacks at work. Keep it safe and boring. That's the job of this money. Common dumb mistakes people makes. Mistake 1, treating it like a regular piggy bank. I need new shoes, I'll just borrow from emergency and put it back later. That's not how this works. Mistake 2, keeping it way too small. 200 is not an emergency fund. That's just lunch money with extra hope. Mistake 3, mixing it with your spending money. If it's too easy to transfer, you will spend it on random stuff. Separate accounts equals separate mindset. Mistake 4, never using it even when it's a real emergency. Some people suffer and go into debt because they were saving the emergency fund for a bigger emergency. If your transmission dies and you can't get to work, that's exactly what it's for. Use it, then rebuild it. Alright, here's the part you can actually use this week. No fluff. Step 1, figure out your real monthly essentials. Write it down. Step 2, pick your first target, 500 or 1,000 if you're starting from nothing. Step 3. Automate everything. The day you get paid, send a fixed amount, even $50, straight to your emergency fund account. Make it automatic so you don't have to think. Step 4. Make it a little painful to touch. Put the account at a different bank if you need to. Step 5. Every time extra money shows up, tax refund, bonus, random gift, throw at least half of it into the fund. Use round up apps or try cash stuffing challenges. The little wins add up faster than you think. Building an emergency fund isn't sexy, it won't get you viral clips, but it's one of the most responsible, adult things you can do with your money. That's what an emergency fund really is. It's not complicated, it's not fancy, but when life decides to test you, it actually works. Most people will watch this, nod their head, and keep doing the same thing. Don't be most people. Start this week, even if it's just 20 or 50. Momentum beats perfection every single time. And thanks, if you are still here, go build that financial cushion so life can't knock you out so easily next time.